I'm as frustrated as you are, Gwendis. We don't have a keystone, and I haven't been able to discern another way to get inside. Try as I might, I haven't been able to penetrate the wards on the door into the orrery. The dwarven magic is too powerful. Without a keystone of our own, we'll never get inside. Another keystone? It seems the spirits of the Reach smile favorably upon us after all. But you say Lady Belaine escaped from Arana. Any idea where she may have gone? No one has entered or departed by these doors in all the time I've been here. It's clear that Rodda and Belaine know more about this old dwarven structure than we do, though. They must have another way to come and go as they need. By all means, if it works, we can finally confront Rodda and Lady Belaine. Together, perhaps we'll fare better than Arana. I can get through to Rodda. I must. Rodda! Stop this!
There is no stopping it now, Lords. A few more adjustments to this infernal machine, and all will be ready.
This won't save your brothers and sisters! I told you it's impossible!
Oh, but you're ready. About so many things. Can't you feel it, Verandis? The tug of the dark heart on your cursed soul!
Leave him alone!
The dark heart? You're going to sever our souls from Bhaal?
You see? Once I gather the Exarchs to my side, my ancient promise will be fulfilled. Belaine, spare Verandis and his cherished daughter. Dispose of the rest.
Come and gaze upon the hearts. Come and witness my true power.
I'll help you defeat this abomination. Look how Belaine corrupts Namira's gift. I'll create void portals. Use them to reach those void mothers and destroy them. We can't defeat her. The fate of the Ridge depends on it. Use the void portals to reach the Shade Carrier.
your spirit queen favors you over me? No! This is impossible! The Dark Heart sustains me.
Lady Belaine, is she dead? The Spirit Queen, Namira. She required a champion. She gave me the strength to press on, despite my wounds. No, that strength is gone. She is the spirit of death and decay. Belaine defied natural death, as all vampires do. Using Namira's energy like that, it was an affront. I am happy to have done my part. Verandis needs your help. Go, Harrier. Use this one last portal. Please, help Verandis. I see it now. The Lord of the Grey Host threatens all Nirn.
Tell me, what of Lady Belaine? If you hadn't arrived when you did, Gwendis and I would not have been able to power down the orrery. Thank you. But tell me, what of Arana and Lady Belaine? I could feel them. It was like a battle in the darkness. So it was Belaine's death I felt in the darkness. Rodda was right. For some reason, the connection I have to the Dark Heart is strong. But there was something else. Another sensation. Where's Arana, my friend? Arana dead. That's another soul lost to the void. Between her and those that perished at Markarth, the Dark Heart ate well this day. I'd like you to return to Understone Keep. Tell Ard-Kadok that despite what we have lost, Markarth is safe.
You sure you'll be alright here by yourself, Verandis?
I shall return to Markarth shortly.
What am I saying? Of course you will. But if you're not back soon, I'll come and drag you to Markarth myself.
face a true leech challenge. Ah, here's one whose report we need. What news of Lady Boleyn? We did as you said, Rover. We defended the city and kept our people safe. Then, all of a sudden, the Grey Host turned and fled. And I barely got to kill a dozen or so of the bastards myself. Do I have you to thank for this unexpected turn of events? Well, that explains everything. Someone will sort out the details and tell them to me later, eh? All that matters is the Grey Host called off their attack and departed as soon as they lost their leaders. But where's Arana? I want to thank the witch. Arana promised to stop Lady Boleyn, no matter what. Trust a Reach Witch to make her own words come true. At least it was a good death, given in a noble cause, and Markarth still stands. We'll remember what Arana did, and we'll remember you as well. They scattered and fled! Good riddance. Between Arana's Wilders and my Stonehands, we held them back. And when you cut off the head, they were done with this fight. There's some cleanup to be done in the wilderness, but nothing we can't handle.
We stopped Lady Boleyn from gorging the Dark Heart with all the souls of Markarth, but we can't bring back the dead. Still, the Heart awakened but never reached full power. We turned back the Grey Host and killed Boleyn. That's a victory, my friend. The orrery remains charged with void energy, but the Dark Heart was never completely filled, and it already wanes. That means we denied Rada al-Siran a limitless source of power. Rada may have escaped for the moment, but we will find him. Any surviving Night Hollow clan members are bound to the Dark Heart. As it wanes, so will they. When you destroyed Lady Belain, you sealed the doom of her entire clan. That threat is ended forever, thanks to you and Arana. Yes, whether through the use of the orrery or some other means, Rada tied the void energy to the Grey Host. And due to my past affiliation, that seems to include me. I can feel it, hear its dark whisper. I need to ponder the implications. Soon. For now, savor this victory. The courage of mortals, not some buried relic, is the true heart of the Reach. You've saved countless lives, and proved to the Reach folk that not all outsiders are a threat to this land. Rada's time will come.
We defeated evil today. An ancient darkness at the very heart of the Reach that threatened to destroy us all. These outsiders stood beside us and made our troubles, our enemies, their own. Let them hear our thanks. Look around you, people of the Reach. Markarth still stands. See your fellow Reach folk, and know we will always fight for our land and our ways.
I've been looking for you.
I only wish I could split her skull myself.
Arana and her rebels saved us the trouble. If they hadn't shown up when they did.
I know. Who'd have thought we'd owe our lives to that lot?
Can't you just be grateful? I just hope the Ard lets the rebels stay. They've earned their place.
You there. You match the description I was given. I have a message for you from Lyris Titanborn. The Titanborn wanted me to find you and tell you she was on her way, but she had something she had to look into first. She said that if you weren't incredibly busy, she could use your help. Mentioned that you had an uncanny knack for solving problems. All I know is she found something at the Reachwind ritual site. It really got her companion excited. They stayed behind and sent me on ahead to deliver the message, which I have done. Now to see if a Nord can buy some mead around here. I need to report in to Jarl Svanna and the rest of the contingent from Western Skyrim, after I quench my thirst. The road we traveled was long and dusty. Remember, the Reachwind ritual site. That's where you'll find Lyris Titanborn. Yes, along with a contingent of Skyrim dignitaries. She figured it was the least she could do since the Grey Host attacked both our realms. Offer help the way Eastern Skyrim aided Solitude. He's a big red guard, but he looks puny next to Titanborn. Short bones, though doesn't everybody. They say he's some kind of sword master. Or was it a dragon guard? I'm not sure. It's hard to remember anything other than his beard. It's impressive. Normal. I'm not sure what that is anymore. But if you're asking how we're faring, we're doing fine. Distribution of the elixir continues, and they found a way to cure the Harrow. And except for a few disorganized bands, the Grey Host is on the run.
I'm used to seeing rich folk tame all.
None of these weak strangers could face a true reach challenge.
A nice little present from Vec, eh?
Oh, my apologies. I was lost in thought. You see, I thought... No, never mind. Have we met before? Oh, gods above, how can the Raven... Right. Melina Castle, at your service. I belong to House Ravenwatch, a junior member. Having a bit of a crisis. I could use advice. I joined the Ravenwatch to make a difference for vampires and mortals. But all I do is deliver messages, supplies. I may be younger than the others, but should I ask to get more important tasks? I tried telling myself that, but it helps to hear someone else say it. I'll do my duty, but won't lose sight of why I joined the Ravenwatch. I'm glad I bumped into you. You give good advice. Not particularly. Those vampires and werewolves calling themselves the Grey Host, well, they aren't the same as the Grey Host from history. If you just think like a vampire, you know how to avoid their attention.
easy, friend. I'm not your enemy. I'm not one of those monsters, and I didn't kill this one. It was the blonde giant and her companion. Lyris? Yes, I think that's what her companion called her. They saved us. We were prisoners of Grey Host vampires, bound for the blood pens, I'm sure. Then that armored giant... Lyris, you say? She strolled into camp and demanded they free us. To be perfectly honest, I had my eyes closed through most of it. There was a lot of shouting and cursing. Threats were made. I heard the blonde giant laugh. Then I heard a great swoosh. Lots of them. Must have been her axe. And her companion's sword. Every last one of them. They found something on the leader, though. A letter, I think. It got her companion all excited. Pin mentioned Valthum and departed without another word. So I stuck...
Take that, you bastard! Damned vampires. At least that fine Redguard and his blonde giant know how to deal with them. Aye, that's what the handsome Redguard called her. They came out of nowhere and saved my clan from those Grey Host bastards. As grateful as I am, I do not think saving us was their primary purpose. They took down the vampire leader and searched her. Not exactly, but they found a letter she was carrying. I'm not one of those imperialized reach folk, so I wouldn't have been able to read it if I tried. Must have been important, though, because the blonde giant started asking me questions. She wanted to know about Reach history. Now, I'm not one to offer a drowning nor to branch, but they did just save my clan. So I suggested she find a Vatishran at Roldan Ring. If you're looking for the Redguard and his giant, check there.
Getting good at this. Oh, I probably shouldn't be proud of that. Mom and Dad give their best. Pay for that. I'll try to distract them.
To say I did not think this would happen would be a lie. But I still must take time to deal with it. I think I need to be alone now, outsider.
There's my partner. Over here. Welcome, partner. I take it you got my message? Problem. More like an opportunity. And it all has to do with these letters we found on the Grey Host leaders at the Reachwood ritual site and Valthume. Well, I can't argue with that description. Sai Sahan is certainly all those things and more. We were on our way to Markarth to meet Savannah when we decided to help out the locals with their Grey Host problem. That's when we found the letters. Maybe nothing, but for Sai, maybe everything. We think there's a third letter out there. Sai's in Gloomreach trying to acquire it. Go help him while I finish here. I'm hoping to talk to one of the Reach lore keepers, a Vatashran, if I can find one. What? You have a problem with me and Sai spending some quality time together killing Grey Host vampires? Maybe even find a few moments to be alone? Anyway, he came to see me and then agreed to help as we wrap up things here in the Reach.
All kinds of...
are you? Ah, hello. You look incredibly capable, if you don't mind the observation. That's not strange to say, is it? I only bring it up because I'm in need of some help, preferably from a brave and strong sort. I have a little problem here. In summary, my master and I are members of the Psijic Order. I, however, am a new recruit. I fear I may have blundered a transport spell upon arriving here. Master Pithis assured me he'd take care of it, but I still have concerns. When I was inside the cave, I noticed something unusual. The plants, they emit some kind of strange energy. It was too dangerous in there, but I must confirm my suspicions, determine if this is my fault. Would you accompany me to take a closer look? I greatly appreciate your help, friend. I'm not much of a fighter myself, if you couldn't already tell at a glance. Master Pithis is much better equipped than I, which actually has me more concerned, since I haven't heard from him in some time. As a new recruit, I'm probably not the best person to explain. Master Pithis could tell you more. But in general terms, the Psijic Order is an extremely old and wise group dedicated to the study and preservation of ancient knowledge. To be welcomed into their ranks is a rare privilege, and I myself still don't completely understand how they chose me. I happened to have the right set of skills at the right time. Perhaps one day the same will happen to you. Well, they started glowing. I've seen flora like this once before while I was researching spores from a Dwemer ruin. I have a theory about what's happening, but I need a specimen to study. Plants are much easier to understand than people, in my experience. My studies attracted the attention of Master Pithis and the Psijic Order, so I think it's worked to my benefit. Present circumstances notwithstanding, of course.
I guess this is a fight now. want to hurt you, but now I'm going to.
Careful now. Don't be tempted to eat that. You're not tempted, are you? Now, might I take a closer look at the specimen you gathered? Oh my. I fear something has gone horribly wrong. It's just as I feared. This plant radiates tonal energy. Master Pithis and I brought a relic with us that emits the same kind of power to study it. I think I damaged it. It's a strange Dwemer phenomenon. As a new recruit, I'm still learning, but I know its effects on the natural world can be catastrophic. Master Pithis said it would be fine, but I must have damaged the relic more than I thought. Well, Master Pithis had me use a transportation spell to get it here. When we arrived, he noted the relic had sustained a bit of damage from my rather poor attempt. That magic is wildly unstable. It's possible I caused some kind of rupture. Master Pithis took it with him into the cave. That has to be it. The relic is leaking tonal energy, and the effects won't stop at just the vegetation. There's no telling what will happen if we don't remedy this. We need to slow the process. I sense other pockets of tonal disturbance nearby. I'll cast a spell at each location to keep the effects from spreading. If we follow them to the source, we should find the relic and Master Pithis. He may be in danger.
Get back, you fetcher!
Quickly, deactivate it. I'll contain the magic with the time-slowing spell. Good. That should slow the effects.
cry for mummy. You lead.
Another one. Deactivate it and I'll contain the area. There. Let's hope this holds. There's another one. Deactivate it so I can slow the tonal magic. Great work with that amplifier. I sense Master Pithis' magic. He must have been here. Look around for any sign of him. That journal. I recognize it. It's Master Pithis'. Did you find anything in the journal that might point us to Master Pithis' whereabouts? He what? Let me see that. Oh, Master Pithis, how could you? I can't believe I fell for such deception. He must think I'm a fool. And I am. but not so much a fool that I can't stop what he's put in motion. Friend, will you help me stop him? We don't have much time before my spells wear off, and I can't be sure Pithis won't find a way to intercept my plea for help. It's up to us now. I sense a stronger source of tonal magic nearby. It has to be the relic. If my theory is correct, Master Pithis used those Dwemer amplifiers to harness its power. But I can use them to transport the relic back to Artaeum. We just have to hurry. The relic! Let's hurry before it becomes too unstable to move.
It looks like you could use some assistance, brother.
It's working. We're nearly there.
You and I have much to discuss, Callus.
That was closer than I would have liked. We're lucky Master Larama found us just in time. I was on the verge of losing control of the relic. I don't even want to think about what might have happened. Yes, with Larama's help, the relic was safely transported back to Artaeum. My time-slowing spells seemed to contain the worst of the damage, which also kept the cave from collapsing on top of us. I suppose I'll need to explain that, provided the Order doesn't already know. I suspect that since Larama is here, it means they do. I certainly learned my lesson about idolizing the Order. Even our own can fall. Hard to say. I suspect it will mostly return to normal, in about a few hundred years. But of course, with Dwemer relics, you can never really be sure. Regardless, I could not have done this without you. Here, take this. You more than earned it. I hope our paths cross again one day. It was an honor to work with you. Though next time we meet, let's make sure it's under better circumstances. Well, as long as the Order doesn't decide to banish me from their ranks, I plan to continue my studies. I'd like to become proficient enough and wise enough to make sure nothing like this ever happens again. I don't know. I certainly deserve it. Master Pithis was mad, but I played a part in his scheme through ignorance and carelessness. Thanks to you, there should be enough proof to show that my involvement doesn't extend beyond that.
It's a good thing I arrived when I did. There are not many who could have completed that spell alone. Frankly, I'm impressed Callus held it as long as he did. Teleportation is one of the more difficult disciplines to master. This location was being magically concealed until moments ago, when there was a large spike in tonal power. I was tasked to investigate the theft of a relic from Artaeum's vaults, so I've been looking for just such a disturbance. I suspected something of the sort. If what you say is true, then Callis has nothing to fear from the Order. If any evidence is to be had here, rest assured I will find it. Your assistance in this matter is noted. It will be all right, Callis. I intend to make sure this doesn't mar your reputation in the Order.
Oh, that is most appreciated, Master Larama.
Foolish apprentice sent you. Oh, wait. The artifact is mine. You will not stop me. The artifact will make me all powerful.
I never used to fight this much, until I met you. Watching.
Step away to deal with a stray werewolf and someone steals my prize? So, what did you find in the coffer? It warms my heart to see you again, my friend. I take it you came at Lyris's behest? Now tell me, did you happen to find a letter in that coffer? Let me have a look. Yes. This is what I was seeking. The third letter between the vampire leaders. But I was afraid of this. They don't tell the complete story. That's my snow lily. She would never betray my confidence. Not even to a trusted partner such as yourself. I, however, will share what I know. I can't expect you to help if you don't know what's involved. Before becoming a vampire, Rada al-Saran was a Redguard swordmaster who once battled Leki to a standstill. According to the letters, he lost his ability to manifest the Shihai, his spirit sword. Then he met the Reach hero, Fallon, the Red Eagle. That's what I was hoping to learn, but the letters failed to provide any detail. I too have never been able to manifest my Shihai. I was hoping to gain insight from these letters. It seems we'll have to look elsewhere, though. Lyris went to Hraldan Ring to talk to Avadashran, a Reach lorekeeper, to find a local version of the story. I suggest we go to the source, a sacred site dedicated to Fallon, Red Eagle Redoubt. Look for Avadashran, and I'll meet you there. Because Lyris is as unique and as beautiful as the flower that blooms in the northern cold. It is a term of affection that suits her most admirably. I will make a slight detour and meet Lyris on the road or back at Hraldan Ring. Then we will journey together to meet you at Red Eagle Redoubt. We shall not tarry, my friend.
That was a bit of a warm-up.
Unnatural witch storms. Nothing but reach stories, mark my words.
I don't think we're the first to camp here. Lots of fresh tracks.
I sense you search for knowledge, outsider. What song do you seek? Something brings you to this sacred place, outsider. I sense your desire for knowledge. Speak, and tell me what song you seek. That is a rare and ancient tale, one not often spoken of, let alone shared with those from beyond the clans. Tell me, outsider, why does this story matter to you? Tesfera has told all who will listen about the handsome Redguard and the blonde giant who walks at his side. About what they did for her clan. Very well. What specifically about the tale interests you and your friends? Ah, yes. Red Eagle was a great warrior as well as a great teacher. All I can tell you is that an ancient cave sits below this sacred redoubt. If this particular song is meant for you and your friends, you will find the answers you seek there.
We just got here, partner. What did you find out? We got here just in time to hear the very end of your conversation with the Vadashran partner. Want to fill me in on the parts we missed? I appreciate that the Reach folk noticed. You'd be surprised how often what we do is taken for granted. If you can find that cave, Sai and I will follow shortly. I want to check something I learned in Hroldan Ring with the Vadashran.